What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be doing a mukbang, but we're gonna be doing it in Minecraft, and also we're gonna be doing it in real life because I am hungry, and so I have Nutella bread here. So of course, here we are. This is the setup. Do you see how it's me, and then it's like my Minecraft me, and as you can see, I'm hungry, and that's how hungry I am in real life. There's a bite here already taken. That was Val. That's my roommate. She took a bite. But I used to do a lot of cutcoms in this channel a long time ago when survival games was a very popular thing. But unfortunately, survival game servers are kind of dying out, so it's hard to do cutcoms. So I took a chance to say everything that I have on my mind that I want you guys to know about at least. And I'm gonna do that here while we're eating things in Minecraft. So let's eat kelp. Great. That's good for now. We're good for now. Just want to make sure that I don't have chocolate. Otherwise, that would be really weird, or at least embarrassing for the rest of the video. So the first thing I actually want to talk about to you guys is kind of like what's going on with my life. Uploading has been really inconsistent on this channel. My streams have even been inconsistent, which I've always prided myself in keeping up with my stream schedules, but for the past 3 weeks I've missed every single Thursday, making it so that I've only streamed twice a week, which it hurts my soul. It seriously hurts my soul because I love to stream. So what's been going on? Well, first things first, obviously I'm in school, I'm in college, computer science. You guys know that already. Maybe you don't, maybe you do, and if you don't, well, that's pretty weird. Now you do. By the way, Nutella bread, amazing. I recommend it as a snack any day. But to be quite honest with you guys, school has been like one of the least of my worries recently, because although I do have exams, I do have homeworks, I do have projects, I do them, but I'm not like super stressed about it because my stress is completely focused on other things, which most of my stress actually roots from real life things, which I don't even want to get into that for this video, because that would be like a 45-minute conversation, and that would just be like scraping the surface of what's been going on. But yeah, it's life itself has just been kind of difficult. But I mean that doesn't matter, right? I mean, it does matter. It certainly does matter, and it's been difficult, but for the rest of my stress that isn't just real life, it has all been applied to my job. And if you guys don't know, I actually work for my school, for my research team, the computer science research team. And it's been pretty difficult this semester because we're going deep in, we're going hard on these projects. I'm gonna have to get a research paper done by April. And that's really scary because deadlines aren't so scary. It's just kind of seeing like days pass and then not like seeing, you know, that next step happening, and you're like, oh my god, another day has passed and I'm still not done with this. So most of my stress has been going towards my job because I want to make sure that I apply and I put as much effort as I can to show that I am worthy of the hours that I put into it and the money that they are paying me for working that job. So obviously, even though a lot of my stress comes from real world stuff, like friendships, relationships, family, whatever, anything that it could be. Honestly, it's just been kind of difficult because then above that, I have school, work, and actually something that actually happened recently, which I didn't talk about on my YouTube at all. I only mentioned it on my Twitter. I did get a job interview for Dell, and I already did the interview and everything, but I guess that itself wasn't completely stressful. I guess just that itself has kind of like opened my eyes to what's about to happen, and it's really, really scary because even though I'm only on my second year of school, I am about to graduate. I graduate next year. Obviously, I'm very fortunate for being really advanced just coming from high school, but also real life is about to hit, and I don't think I was mentally prepared for real life. I was always, you know, I had my job, and now my job is getting more difficult, and now I'm getting interviews, and now I'm like applying so much time to so many things that I used to apply that time to YouTube, to Twitch, to social media, and it's definitely been I guess just really weird to realize that real life is coming very soon. In a year, I'm gonna be moving out of this place that I've only been living here for a year, or not even a full year yet. I'm gonna be moving out, and I'm gonna be moving into a place that will likely be a 3 to 4 year location while I work internships and jobs, and I have a real full-time job rather than a full-time student, which it's mind-boggling because I guess for the past however many years, I'm 20 years old. For the past 20 years, my life has either been I was an infant and I don't remember it, so I probably just had some good times playing ball, or I was in school and in my free time I would play games. And it's just really, really, really crazy to think about that. I like it folded. I'm sorry. It just makes it easier to eat, and then there's no like chocolate left on your teeth. That's basically what's going on with my life. So I'm really sorry if I don't actually get as many videos up as you guys would like to see. However, I am looking into perhaps maybe hiring a editor, and I've never had an editor before. I don't even know if I can afford an editor because I have no idea what type of money these people want. I don't know what it entails to have an editor, but I am looking into it because I want to make sure that I upload consistently, but it's really hard right now. It's really, really hard. Actually, I didn't even get into the club that I'm going to be being involved with. It's actually a Google club, and it's super duper cool. And not only am I just getting involved with the club, but I'm likely going to be applying myself as like a team leader, which means I would not only just be a member, but I would have to do extra duties in order to be a leader. And I just think it's a great opportunity because now, of course, my brain is freaking out and I'm like, oh my God, real life is coming. I need to have better things on my resume. I mean, I have an internship right now. Technically, I work at my school, but like that's not going to be enough. Like some other people do things on the side. And obviously in computer science, it's really hard to get a lot of things on your resume that are computer science related, so people always do personal projects, and if I'm involved in this club, it would be good, and that's just a lot of information you probably don't care about, but I just thought I'd mention it, just so you kind of know what goes through my brain probably about every 5 minutes or so. Oh, goodness. Eat. Yum. That was delicious. We love dried kelp. Don't we look alike? We look kind of similar, just like only look at one side. We look kind of similar, right? Yummy. And just another thing I wanted to talk about. I just thought it would be interesting for all of us to talk about just because I recently found out about this. And I don't want to make this as big of a deal as I made it back when I found out about this. It was probably like 2 weeks ago. But there's this thing, and it's called aphantasia. And I feel kind of annoying talking about this because I definitely talked about it a lot on my Twitch and my Twitter. But I definitely want to bring it into the YouTube realm because obviously 15 years down the line, I'm not going to be seeing my Twitch VODs. I'm going to be seeing my YouTube videos. I definitely want to like put this out there so I, first of all, remember however many years down the line, kind of what my life is at this point. But also, I just wanted to talk about this because I think it's interesting because it took me 20 years to even find out about this. But if you don't know what aphantasia is, basically it's having no mind's eye. And so if I tell you to close your eyes and imagine an apple, you would imagine an apple, presumably, right? You would think and close your eyes and visualize an apple, whether it be red or green, it has a stem or not, it has a leaf or not, it's on a table, it's on your hand. You can imagine it. And maybe not you specifically, because having aphantasia means you don't have the ability to do that and you don't actually see or visualize any of those things, which is really interesting to me because personally, I've always seen black, obviously. So whenever someone tells you to imagine something, in my head, I would just like conceptualize it and I would think about it. I would be like, what is an apple? Okay, well, an apple is probably round. It I would assume it's maybe red. And it probably has a stem, maybe a little bit medium sized. It has a nice tiny little leaf, whatever. It would just be the concept that would come into my mind, and I would describe it with words rather than actually being able to visually see it in your brain. And there really is a spectrum. There's the spectrum all the way from being able to see so clearly to seeing absolutely nothing. So some people can, like right in the middle, they can see something, but maybe they only see in like pinkish colors. And there's definitely a spectrum, but at least a lot of my friends, even my parents and my sister, are all the way on the perfect visualization side of things, and I am all the way in the complete opposite, in the 0 mark, where I don't see anything. There's very few studies over it, and I mean, even understanding the brain is something that people don't really understand nowadays, even though we're in 2020. You would think, but you don't. We're not there. One of the things I wanted to mention with aphantasia is that I always knew I had bad memory. I never knew it tied into this. If you're just finding out about this, it's okay. Because also, when you do have the mind's eye and being able to imagine things, it's a blessing and a curse, you know? Like, just like without it, it's a blessing and a curse. With it is a blessing and a curse. There's pros and cons to everything. And so, like, one of the things I gathered is being able to imagine things makes it easier to have more traumatic memories and being able to like relive moments that were traumatic or just bad memories or scary movies. Like, that is probably horrifying to be able to not just remember what happened, but also being able to visualize it and see it in your brain and replay it over and over. So that's definitely one of those things that, you know, I'm grateful that I guess I wouldn't ever have to suffer with that. And I'm not going to say wouldn't ever, because aphantasia maybe is a thing that you can develop, as in maybe as a child I did have an imagination. I did have the mind's eye, but maybe over time it disappeared, and maybe if I just do some brain exercises I can develop a mind's eye again. I've been trying to look into that, although my life right now is just kind of all over the place, so that's not my biggest priority right now. And I guess one last comment I wanted to make, and I guess we'll eat a little bit more here right before we finish up. One last comment I wanted to make is I think it's funny that I am both visually impaired and brain visually impaired. I know. I know. You're laughing so hard right now. Guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys being here and sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed this mukbang. If you guys want more of these, let me know down in the comment below. Like down here. Down there. And guys, if my face looks nasty, I've done a little bit of searching, and this is all these red things and like stuff under my eyes, all stress induced. I am stressed. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I gotta go take a quiz and go to class now. Bye bye.
Downtown, we let it go. Sunset high and our bodies low. Blood rush in a hazy glow. My head